Buenos días a todos. Muchas gracias por asistir. Ya sabemos que son horarios de clases. Muchos alumnos están en sus aulas. Okay, thank you very much for your assistance. We know that a lot of students are in their classes, in their classrooms. Even though we can see some people here, it's a very good sign. So first of all, before we are going to the talk, we'll see the background of Dr. Manish Kumar. We are grateful to have here Dr. Manish with us for these 4 days. In these 4 days, he's going to give us a Coloquio scenario on his research works, the interest. So before that, we are going to see his biography. Dr. Manish. Dr. Manish is a distinguished professor at the Tecnológico of Monterrey, Mexico, an institute professor at Chuao University, Japan, as well as UPES, India. Previously, he was the director of sustainability cluster in the School of Advanced Engineering at UPES-Dehradun. He also worked as a faculty member at the Institute of Technology, Indian Institute of Technology, IIT, Gandhinagar in Gujarat, and Tejpur National University in Assam, India. He has been a fellow of various societies like RSC and Japan Society of Promotion of Sciences, Indo-US Science and Technology Forum, Initiative of Water Advanced Research and Innovation, WARI Fellowship. And he has contributed to more than 250 articles internationally published and cited over 11,000 times with an index above 50 and an index 200. He has been featured in the list of top 2% researchers in the world, published by Escuela, based on the Stanford University algorithm. His academy and research formation occurred at universities such as Punsum National University in South Korea, in the Uppsala University in Sweden. He led the team that first detected the SARS-CoV gene in Indian wastewater during the COVID-19 pandemic. He was one of the United Nations Environment Program expert panel on antimicrobial resistance. He led multi-institutional projects funded by UNICEF in wastewater epidemiology, the Asia Pacific Network, on global changes, such and climate change effect on water availability in India and Sri Lanka, and the UK-India Education and Research Initiative project on water sustainability, among others. He renders editorial services for different journals, internationally reputed, like Elsewhere and ACS and RSC and Nature also. And thank you very much, Manish, being with us today and 2 more days. We are going to see your research interest and your projects executed in your lab. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Naveen. First of all, buenos dias. Thank you very much for inviting me here. And for that, I would like to thank Director of the Institute, Dr. Carlos Hidalgo, Academy Secretary, Dr. Antonio Juarez, the group leader, Dr. Mohan Kumar. I would stop there. I would not say that there is his title. Also, surname, I am not calling his surname. He is now Mohan Kumar. I am Manish Kumar. And also, I would again like to thank Naveen, although this is not a custom in India to thank a younger brother. Also, I would like to thank everybody who took time out to listen and come here. And also Saila, who put things about. Well, let's start. I will not bore you, although I am going to talk about emerging contaminants, but I will not contaminate you. But I will alert you. I will be, you will be little more conscious toward the environment and contaminants while you will be leaving the hall. That I can promise you. I had 4 major directions. Just tell you that sometimes during my talk, don't think that how can he work on several fields, because sometimes I have 4 major directions. Environmental surveillance, I have funding from GSPS, Serve India, Japan funding, WRF funding. I am doing groundwater research where we have Faculty of Excellence funding from Tech. I also do microcosmic understanding of pesticide. That is also we funded by the challenge-based research. And we have WRF funding applied, but now rejected. So, remediation technology and sustainability, where we are trying to research about removing arsenic and chromium together. And that is the DSD India funded project. The motivation and perspective of mine is that I want to have an engineering solution, but engineering solution cannot have without understanding scientific gap. And gap of what? I cannot cover all, so I just think about environment and health impacts. And I want to give something to the policymakers so that they can have implementation and something can be done. Well, some of you are a scholar, and you know that SDG goals, everybody remember. Now I will go back. What is the SDG goal 13? I will use one person has to help me, because sometimes so you are my helper, presenter. So you are a vice presenting people. So tell me, what is the SDG goal 13? How many goals do you remember? What is SDG 5? No? It is only 7. But after this lecture, after 3 minutes, you can never forget the all 17 SDG goals. It's a challenge. Try it. Okay, so how? So there is a way to remember it. First, anything that we need is food. Food means like and for food, also we need money. So the first thing is money. From money, we'll buy food. If there will be food, then we will be healthy. If we will be healthy, then only we will be educated. If we will be educated, then only we will be able to understand the difference or similarity between women and men, that they are similar. Without being educated, we cannot understand. So gender equality. And when the men and women will work, only then you will have good sanitation and water, clean water. And once you have the water, then you will have the energy. That is what Carr remembers. And if there is an energy, this is a decent workplace because of the light, because of everything. So you will have the decent work and economic growth. 9 is too many N. It means the innovation. And once you will have good energy, good water, good education, you have a good spouse, and then you bound to do innovation. So then you are the 9 innovation. And 10 is the total inequalities. If you forget what is 10, remember 5. The 5 is gender equalities, and 5 to the 10 is the total inequalities. In total inequalities among the country, among the races, among those things. So this is the 10. And if there will be, everybody will be equal, then we will have a sustainable society who will have responsible consumption. The Friday the 13th is a very unlucky number, and 13 is a climate change. So climate change is very climate active. And because life started with the water, underwater, so first life below water, 14. Then the 15 is after the water, life came on land, so life on land. And then you will have peace and partnership. So I put you some of the poverty, hunger, education, and the equalities, and then water, then again energy, workplace, innovation, and total inequalities, sustainable society and consumption, and reduced consumption, then climate, underwater, on the land, the peace and the partners. I didn't look well. Did you see that? You will also not look back. What is SDG goal 9? Oh no, I will fail, please. I told you that 9 has too many N. Tell me, which word has too many N? Mohan? No. Innovation. Innovation, and infrastructure and something. Yeah. What is SDG goal 17? It's end up with partners. and peace. So that is the, you can see that this is the partnership and like that. Of course, the peace is the secret thing. So this is that one. Last one. SDG 10. No? Inequalities. 5, gender inequalities. So there are people here who intentionally want to fail me. And also there are some people who, if I like, oh, he may ask questions, so never have the eye contact. Don't. So I hope that you will, these are the points you will never forget, SDG. What do you think about this picture? Naveen. This is contaminated, beautiful water. Oh, blue, and this one, and this is a red plastic. Huh? Mr. Selfie guy, tell me. Okay. Actually, this one I give, today I forgot to change. But whenever I give the talk, I give them, like today I wanted to make it Mohan Best Picture Award 2023. But I forgot to, this is so it means like, if you don't, this picture has no award. I'm very nearly it won award, but it's false. Actually, this is an iPhone mediated picture. Real picture is this. Now, what do you think? Now, can you tell me this is which part of the globe? Africa? India? What? It can be everywhere. I think that one I will take a good reply. But Naveen is a very loyal Mexico stuff, because he is not saying it is Mexico. No. But he said Monterrey. What Monterrey did to you? Since I came, he cursing the Monterrey all the time. Monterrey is this, Monterrey is that, Monterrey is this, Monterrey is that. Okay, this is Guadalajara. So why we need to worry about this? Do you think that you are affected by that, being these such conditions in some part of Mexico? Probably answer will be no, that no, I will never take that water and like that. But the point is that this water was used to irrigate these. And this irrigate the food, you never know in which mouth it ends up with. So then, and this plant is a leafy plant, so it consumes a lot of the things. Today, Mohan showed me his garden. He has so many leafy, the plants that he has in his, the rainbow of the plantation. And this, if you want to take the picture, understand, this is the picture that is there. So it is a running drain water, and people use this to irrigate the water. And so you can see this water is used to irrigate the agriculture. And and this is taken by video credit goes to Manish. And this is you also have volcano, they also have volcano. So, and this is me. And just for the proof. And so you can see, if I will say, knock, knock, who are there in terms of emerging contaminant? What do you think? Answer will be many. A loud voice will be there that I am here, I am there, and like that. So these all emerging contaminant that I am going to talk about is, or I started to talk about is coming from here. And you say, no, I am non-vegetarian, I don't eat grasses. So, okay, good. If there is any, through this also it can come. So you have, so emerging contaminant has coming from anywhere. The soap that we use has triclosan. Anything that we use for neurolepsy, for old people, we give carbamazepine, and so on and so forth. I wrote, this is from my paper that try to understand that why when is things are going to happening and what is going on. I will not tell you everything. So that's why it is there. But I was very surprised to know that emerging contaminants can also can make you feel suicidal. Can you understand that carbamazepine, if it is more in the water, you can feel having a suicide risk? So you never know that a contamination in the water can affect you so mentally also. Because Dr. Carlos is here. Thank you very much for coming. I was talking about, I asked them one question just before you came about this picture. And so this picture was taken here. And so there is a two side of the picture. One is iPhone mediated, and in the change to this and that, it becomes like this. And one is the real one. You can see that today I am going to talk about the plastic, although this is not a microplastic as yet. And then this is a picture I took when I was visiting Guadalajara, and I saw that this drain is used to irrigate this irrigation plant. And so if my friend said, come to Guadalajara, you will eat tortillas with wastewater flavor. So that is there. And food is being transported from one city to another city, one country to another country. Even the rice from Bangladesh is banned to be exported to the United States because of arsenic problem there. So arsenic in groundwater is used for irrigation, and then the rice will have the arsenic in them. So that is there, and I was talking about that. And then I said that if you are a very benign non-vegetarian, still you have chance to get affected by that. And then I was talking about that soap that we use has triclosan, and it affects even unborn baby. So forget about that. Somebody has to come to the earth to being affected. I told that if there is a sub-medicine more in the water, we feel we can even feel depression because of the contaminants. So not always like your breakup is the reason for the thing. So what is emerging contaminant? Emerging contaminant is those contaminants for which there are still no guidelines. By US EPA, it will be guideline for that. So in different country, there can be different lists. So, and also we do not understand the toxicity completely. So that is the emerging contaminants for which we are trying to understand the health impacts, trying to understand how to regulate them. And these are the several types. You can start biological or flame or metals, or the list is growing and growing. And we have pesticide or pharmaceuticals. So these are the coming into some people say emerging contaminants, some people say contaminants of emerging ones. But you understood the criteria. This is one paper by Maureen Crini et al. In 2022 that they have also classified it into 7 categories, and you can go through that. This is one of the papers which classified better than me. Okay, so then this is the, so let's talk about pharmaceuticals and personal care products. What is pharmaceutical? Medicine, antibiotics. And what is personal care products like UV or the coffee or any ointment shampoo? That is, these are the personal care products. This paper we wrote in Nature Publishing Journal about antibiotics. Yesterday, I told you that how we revised the table and everything during the writing workshop. But you can see that we just compared India, China, and United States, and there are several things. The one thing is that surface water, river, very exposed to the pollution. Actually, river is the vein of planet Earth. They take all the waste to the ocean. So it's a carrier. Without post, this is the postal service of those contaminants. You put it in the river, river will take it to the ocean. And so surface water, lake or river, wastewater influent, or many times we found it is reported in wastewater effluent also. Effluent means after treatment. So the treatment of the wastewater treatment plant, primary treatment, secondary treatment, even tertiary treatment and advanced treatment are not fully equipped to remove it. So we have found in the effluent. And here you can see that many times the minimum that we found in influent was 54, and in effluent it is 1,000. So first thing that I want you to notice that concentration after treatment is more. How can it be? The effluent came, influent came, and I treated, and the concentration increased. So what kind of treatment we did? So it happens because if today I went for the sampling, and at that day, maybe in influent, the concentration was not high. But in 1 month before, yesterday, day before yesterday, a wastewater treatment plant, there is a solid and water partitioning. So there is a sludge. Now new influent came, and it is less in the concentration, and mixed with the sludge, it takes the contaminant into itself, and now you have the more in the water. Because in the meantime, we have determined the so just little bit until the question answer. And then, so there is we call it negative removal. That the removal has not been positive. It is a negative because the things got increased. India, top 5 producer of pharmaceutical. Actually, we have so many companies. Every third pill taken in the world is manufactured in India. So these are the things that we have found there. You can, this is the open access. You read it, you can read it. But what I want to tell is that you can say that let's treat it. And also you can, the most dangerous is that even groundwater, which is protected by the thick layer of the soil, there is a contamination reported of the pharmaceuticals were found in groundwater. And you can see that, of course, little less, but it is found. So antibiotic has been found. Beta blocker. Beta blocker is like we have it brings the blood pressure low. So that is there, and we have this estradiol. So this is a hormone. And if we try to understand from where it goes and where it ends up, so then everything is connected with everything else. So it is like this is a very integrated kind of surface water affects the groundwater, and from animal husbandry. Lot of you know that animal husbandry, you know that the poultry farms and so those farms use a lot high dose of antibiotics to keep them alive. And so the pollution from there is also very much high. And that way it comes. And this is the picture from our paper. And we have just tried to give the pathway, and there is a numerous way. Now, we just try to put that what was found. There is a little bit more detailing, which I don't want to bore you with. But it was very sad from the Indian perspective. Ciprofloxacin is an antibiotic, and too much higher than the China and USA. Of course, I don't know that whether it is so many times if regulations are not very strong, and if fines are not, this is not because of the people. This must be because of the unregulated spill from the company that is making them. And also in India, you can buy any antibiotic without prescription. I don't know here, but and also there is no collection system to, if medicine expire, there should be a collection system for that. So so I already told you that PPCPs and hormones and like that. So I will just give you a little bit more insight that in the groundwater, we published this paper. So the shocking thing for me after that NPGA paper, when we found that it is in groundwater, I thought to concentrate on writing a paper on only in groundwater. So we wrote in groundwater in Journal of Environmental Management. And we saw that, we reported that there is a lot of beta blockers or is there in many, many countries. And we reported that it is in Switzerland or it is reported in Spain or USA and everything. And we also shown that which one is more reported and like that. You can see that stimulants are very high, antibiotics are very high. And this paper somehow reached to some news correspondent of European Union. So European Union, that news guy has written to me that and they wrote an article on our paper, and they said that we are pleased to inform that the article based on your study has been published in Science for Environmental Policy, and it has been sent to 20,000 policymakers, academicians, and business people across Europe. So a paper that is published has been spotted by a news correspondent, and she wrote an article, and that article was given to the policymaker that, look, this is the problem at hand. I hope that they must be, in such a way, the academician or scientist or research impacts. This paper we wrote about like the basic, during pandemic, we realized that many people are stocking the medicine because if they will be sick, there will be no medicine available. So they buy it, whatever available, let's buy it. We thought that after some time, after some year, it is going to expire, and then there is no collection system. And so if there is no collection system, it is going to end up in the environment. And that environment, you know why pandemic happened? Pandemic happened because somehow the primary source and secondary source of that virus, which is penguin and bat and those things, which has nothing to relate to us, has got some upsetting thing, and then there is some mutation and it comes to us. Now, we put in this paper the idea that these medicines that we are talking about, all antiviral drugs, we are taking it, we will not able to metabolite even 10%, 15%. So most of them will go, we are taking like fever. If you will take paracetamol, after 4 years, again, fever is going. So then paracetamol is going out of your system and your fever is again going up. So similarly, the medicine is not totally metabolized. And sometimes this is directly thrown in the system. And now if it reaches to the river goes to the wild, and there these penguin and these bat are there, and they are taking this water, and which has low concentration of the antiviral. Now, what exactly is happening is immunization. We give our children vaccination. What do we do there? We just give them weak antigen so that their body prepare a fighting the things, the mechanism, and then when they will be really attacked, body will be prepared. So similarly, if this contamination is taken by these people, these species, so then the bacteria in their gut or virus in their gut will be immunized. And when then this guy will be affected, then there will be no medicine will be working. But now this medicine is no longer working. Did you understand? This is a one-page paper. This is a viewpoint. And so potential emergence of antiviral persistence pandemic virus, environmental drug exposure. And this is around 200 times cited in last 4 years. And this paper led me to be invited by the United Nations Environmental Program. Hey, you are the expert. Please come over and advise us, something like that. So, but we were saying a very simplistic thing, but scientific term. And so then and we also said that if we will, nowadays nobody swim and fishing and like that, but if that way also there is a probability of contamination or a probability of this one. So pharmaceuticals is finished. And I just wanted to share until here. I just want to give you, or I told you that make you sensitive enough towards the issue. So antimicrobial resistance. Antimicrobial resistance is the phenomenon when pathogens are the living thing that makes us sick, like E. coli or Streptococcus or anything that can, any bacteria or fungi or algae or anything that can make us sick is a pathogen. And if and we use for them, if they become resistant to their medicine, we call it antimicrobial resistance. Because, and this antimicrobial resistance is going to be the next pandemic. By 2050, it is estimated that Africa is going to lose 4.1 million people. Latin America has the same kind of thing. North America is going to be, and even India, Asia is going to have the 5 million people is going to die because of antimicrobial resistance. How? It will be not that. So somebody got a infection. Let's suppose urinary infection. And now he or she went to doctor. Doctor gave the antibiotic. An antibiotic is, and they will wait for antibiotic to work. But after 3 days, it came to know that it is not working. So by the time they will increase the antibiotic, the next dose or next generation, it may be very late. That person died because of urinary infection or because of antibiotic resistance. Are you getting my point? So I mean, this is you know that first antibiotic was discovered is penicillin. Antibiotic is the product of biota used against the living thing. So antibiotic is not a kind of chemical that you make in the laboratory. Of course, once you know the structure, you can make in the laboratory. But the last antibiotic discovered was 1987. So last 30 years or 40 years now, in 2027, it will be 40 years since when no new antibiotic was invented. So if a bacteria or pathogens become resistant to this highest generation of the antibiotic, you have no saver. You can die with any infection. So not only you, I can also die. Or we can die. No one will die. So we should, so this is a, so this was one of the paper. And you can say that, oh, okay, wastewater treatment. Everybody says wastewater treatment. And what at that time, I started working on the antibiotic, and I found that in the effluent after treatment, the percentage of antimicrobial resistance has increased. Are you getting my point? So I like the board because I am a professor. So let's suppose this is 10,000. So influent, this is influent. This influent has had, this is influent. Now, after treatment, this is effluent. Now, this has 10,000 of the E. coli. E. coli is found in our feces. Now, after treatment, it did become 500. So treatment works. But now, it has 1,000 E. coli, and it has, how to say, the 400 E. coli. That is antimicrobial resistance. So 10% of this is, so basically 10% of the total E. coli, it has capacity to resist the antibiotic. And here 80% have resistant power. So actually those who left alive has capability to have resistance. So then Indian National Times of India wrote an article on my paper, and they wrote, what does not kill you makes you stronger. So those bacteria which remain is also going to affect. Now, the climax is not this, that effluent has more. You know that if although I am a professor, what is the chance of my son becoming professor? It's getting very decreased. They are not paying attention on a study. But we in human pass their genetic information vertically, from grandfather to father to me to then my son, then to my grandson. But bacteria, they can pass genetic information like horizontally. I mean, how about I pass my virtues to Naveen, or take virtues of Carlos to me? I will also become leader. I mean, you can see that, so the bacteria, once they become in community antimicrobial resistance, they share that how to save ourselves from medicine horizontally. And you have many, many microbes that are becoming the antimicrobial resistance. So that is the interesting thing about that. And the confluence, I had some work before pandemic, I did, and we found that this is before pandemic, 2018, we took the sample. And then we have taken the sample in 2020. And we found that some bacteria, some antibiotic, we have more antibiotic resistance in the environment. So somewhere we wrote in this paper that anti-drug resistance in the Indian ambient water of Ahmedabad during the COVID-19, and it has effect on increasing the antimicrobial resistance. And this is the invitation email. Dr. Kumar, you may be aware, United Nations is proposing the developing a report on environmental impact of antimicrobial resistance, and your name has come as an individual. Your name has been proposed as an individual of expertise on the topic. So, I mean, if you do some research, it reaches to the person, it is the highest thing that and then I participated and we did this one. So, but for that, I don't need to go to the United States and do research there. I was doing researching at my city. This is the diagram that I prepared with ChatGPT. I mean, our team, this one is that and we keep on telling this is the city that we sample. So here also you can sample different ones. Actually, next time I would like to sample this city and see that what is the situation here. And we found that several medicine are there and like that. So this is a very highly similar kind of setting like this city. I think they know it. It is in the northeast part of India. And we have found there a lot of resistance there. But this is our this year or last year paper, where we have told that whenever there is a war or pandemic, there is going to be antibiotic resistance. So we wrote this paper on war and pandemic, AMR accelerator of 21st century. And here we have given that when the World War I happened, penicillin was discovered, and then there was a penicillin resistance was first noticed in 1940, 1942, and like that. When so we have given this timeline, and that one, this is freely available. You can read about this. So you can say that I already told you that it is not going to work, but still, if you are not convinced and you say, let's treat the water, see the efficiency. Efficiency of the coagulation or ozonation or chlorination are even less than 40%, less than 20%. Would you like to call it a treatment? Perhaps not. So, and if you are like, no, you are giving a very conveniently only few technology you are telling. This is again from our paper, Dangar and Kumar, in Science of Total Environment. We compiled all those techniques, activated sludge, microalgae, MBR, reverse osmosis, ultrafiltration, name it. And from here, we have put this contaminant list, emerging contaminant, this medicine and blah, blah. And only the green portion has more than 80% of the removal. And this all brown portion you can see is that around less than 50% and like that. Not a single technology is applicable to all the contaminants. So this is not, so what should we do? So no any technology is 100% the efficient. Now, so then again, this is a mountainous area, Western India, and we did sampling in the mountains, and again, some proof that I was there. And anyway, I would not bore you about this one. If you are interested, I can tell you that what are the sampling things. But we reported the world's highest estrogen ever reported in anywhere in the world. And so this was a very natural and very, it is near Himalaya. And so we are very fresh here. We feel that there is not pollution there, but there are a lot of industries, pharmaceutical industries, which is releasing them. And so we found a highest value, which is not something to be proud of, but just you never know. So in the meantime, whenever we keep on observing that there is a concentration of higher concentration in the treated water, then incoming water in the treatment plant. So we wrote a paper called negative removal. And so negative removal, did you understand? Negative removal means concentration of contaminants after treatment is found higher than feedback. Is it clear? That this is the after treatment, concentration goes high. So this is called negative removal. And we have found why it is negatively removed and like that. We have given which one is more negatively removed. But if you will write in Google negative removal of contaminants, they will give you only our paper definition. So before that, this phenomenon has not been defined. So we define that what is called negative removal, and there is we have to accept this. That our treatment plant is because of this liquid solid partitioning is happening like that. So what did you understood is that there is no standard for emerging contaminants. There is no commonly monitoring. People, government does not monitor. They monitor BOD, E. coli, and not like that. Nobody monitor because it's so costly to determine. Yesterday, Dr. Mohan was asking a very relevant question that how to determine that. And I also was happy that many research here is going on where you want to develop sensor to detect these new age contaminants. But, and I wish you success, and I would like to participate in that because I know many contaminants that need your attention. So there is a very small quantity, and what we were detecting is very small quantity. Medicine is small medicine, you know, that very effective, whether it is antibiotic or drug. So you can understand and conventional treatment can't degrade. Advanced treatment are not feasible because it is high energy requirement, and membrane process are efficient but lot of energy requirement. And sorption process is most efficient, but then you have to lot of sludge will be produced. So there are technology, but there are not technology that is there. And we have reported this negative removal from all over the world. The USA reported, they didn't report. They report only that, oh, my method is working for this. But what about the below data, which is showing 100% more? So then they had even 1,000% more of the things. We just compiled the paper which is published. So it is not our data. We just found in the literature that these are the case, and this is from that paper. And so this is there, and endocrine disruptive chemicals. Also, endocrine disruptive chemicals, you know, that our hormone, if our glands will not work, we will not remain. A woman is woman and man is man because of the hormone. And if there is a disruption in there, it's going to be horrible. And so then we have written, and some of the paper in Mexico also is being written. And we have found a lot of things. Because now Carlos is here, and that's why I am a little bit more nervous. I don't want to give you but the point is that influent and effluent, the same kind of relationship you can find everywhere, no matter where you are going to check this. So this is thing that we have seen. We have seen the effect of the season. Some seasons, some medicines are more used, and some are not used. We get flu in winters or changing season. Like this is also a kind of season where you will feel like some itching. And so we have seen that kind of thing. We also saw the effect of lifestyle. If rich people are there, there is a different problem. If it is a campus life, it is a different contaminants are there. Very clear. You know that wastewater surveillance is used to detect the drug handlers. I mean, this same process, if like you do not know that which house is using a drug production or something, you can take the wastewater and you analyze, and if it is high and take, okay, go upstream. And after that, oh, there is no. So there is, yes, no, okay, go and rate the 10 houses. So this is also used for police to catch these illegal things. So, and there is a lot of list. I don't know that I brought this diagram to show that we also did. These are original research. So these are our original research. And one paper at the Himalayan foothill is under review. And this paper is, and let's see. And after post-COVID, situation has become even more worse because after COVID, and I am a great I have this feeling that in India we have bought so many medicines that it is going to dispose, and in coming year, 3 or 4 years later, it is going to have more impactful. Second, you can say, okay, India has problem, no problem. It's none of my business. No, Naveen is here and he goes to India every. No. I mean, nowadays the problem is a global problem because the AMR that first detected has origin of India, but it was detected in Sweden. I don't know why India, but there is so this kind of crisscross. You can ask people not to bring the seeds which can grow. You know, nowadays they are very restricted, and in Mexico they are too much restricted. Even broken pulse, they don't allow. I told you this cannot grow. No, still it is not allowed. This is too much, but the point is that you can, at least I will come. And if I have a AMR, and it go out with Lou, and then they do the horizontally communication. So, and they also do this kind of workshop in presentation. So that bacteria will be doing the. So this one I have we have published in the 2023 that COVID era antimicrobial resistance is implication on endocrine disruptive chemicals. Okay, I have consumed a lot of time, but now it is getting interesting. Is that this is plastic? So I have covered this endocrine and all those things. So this plastic invented in 1907. Most interesting thing is that Neil Armstrong, 1970, 1969 precise, but just 97 is plastic invented. And 1970, Neil Armstrong gone to the moon and put the plastic flag. So, I mean, nothing could have represented a human more than a plastic, because plastic is man-made. So we came here, even some alien will go, oh, human came here. Wow, plastic flag. And now by 2019, the plastic is banned in Europe. Single plastic is banned in India. I don't know here. So then this is the plastic pollution categories are there. And this microplastic is happening. I already told you that microplastic per se is not going to affect, because it can go into the lung if I take the respiration, but otherwise it will be undigested and go. But point is that microplastic provides place to grow for bacteria. It's an aeroplane for bacteria. Come, I will take you to the river. So that way, so if water has pharmaceuticals, water has endocrine disruptors, and water has PFAS, and then there is a microplastic. How this hot pot will work, how this interaction is going to impact. That is what my PhD scholar is now working. Synergistic interplay of microplastic per polyfluoroalkyl and endocrine disruptors. And I have only 10 minutes, so I have to just tell you that this microplastic is coming from plastic. So the red plastic bottle that you have seen is the plastic. That is the grandfather or forefather of microplastic. So this will be the plastic particle, microplastic, nanoplastic, oligomers, and soluble volatile chemicals. The point is that the things does not stop at microplastic. Our soil, one study says that our soil, why our soil can support, why we are alive. We are alive because of the soil, which can support the life, and it can grow the vegetation. That vegetation is eaten by the bee, or I mean and even if non-vegetarian. So if soil will lose their fertility, what will? And so then what is one estimation says that the all organic carbon is being replaced slowly by the plastic carbon. And that is horrible. Does this sound scary? So then, but I do believe that danger is integration into natural organisms. Because after this nanoparticle, oligomers, and soluble, how do you know? And this is not organic, this is no more like support the life that way the original organic matter or humic acid or fulvic acid is going to support. And it's not that scientists are not doing this. This is the cover letter in 2000. What was it? 2005 or something. So this is the plastic planet and something like that, but nobody is listening. And this is the paper that I was talked about, that they say that plastic carbon predicted to equal global bacterial biomass by 2095. So by 2095, in the globe, the mass of bacteria and mass of plastic, microplastics will become same. Can you imagine how much bacteria is here right now and how much I am producing while talking? So this is picogram carbon is going to be, and so these are the things. One more, the thing is that I was thinking that plastic should be near beaches. If I throw the bacteria, the plastic bag, it will be near the ocean because wave is coming, it will be on beaches for sometimes. I mean, because the wave will throw it on the beaches. But this is the distance of the nearest coastline. And the highest microplastic was found down the 50 kilometers away from the coast. So 50 kilometers away from the coast is the highest microplastic that was. Also, we have found that, so I think here only this much I want to say, and we can move on. And so this is also like, of course, the beach, and you will never know that how it becomes. This fish has eaten microplastic, and now with the lure of this is going to, now it is so much mixed with the biomass, you never know. And this is happening, and these all are going to be in the soil getting mixed with that biota, algae, everything. So what should I do? So this is the paper that we wrote, and here first paper we wrote about landfill have plastic degradation view. So landfill, because wherever, you know that why polar bear has so much fur? Because nature has given it to survive in the cold climate. Similarly, if there is too much plastic, nature has already produced some microbes. So now it's time to identify them. So we wrote a paper in that, and we metagenomically, we tried to find them. We wrote several other papers to find it. And then this year, we wrote this paper where we identified that this gene, with this genetic category, microbes can degrade the plastic. So there is a hope, but it's not like I want to just say that there is a, so we have concluded about that. But without proper law, policy, and regulation, it is not going to help. And so I don't want to tell you more. What about other thing? I think there is a membrane that can be the option. But I wrote this paper where this diagram I have shown you. And we proposed that let's have hybrid technology. Not one technology can be removed, but the three best technology can be put together. And then only we can do that one. And beta blockers, we found is too much. So maybe in near future in our society, low blood pressure will be the more common because of this contamination. And we have given that if you will, we also given that for pesticide, constructed wetland and ultrafiltration, and who are going to give you the best result. So which two you want to mix? So that can also be. So this paper is very highly cited now. In 4 years, maybe 250 times it is cited. And also that we should use resource, human waste or agriculture waste as our resource. So phytoremediation, some plant, if they can take the pollutants, please grow it but dispose it responsibly. Then this the seabed sludge is a kind of bioterrorism or biosolids, because if we treat, it's like concentrating. You are taking all the pollutants are now here. And if we are not disposing it responsibly, that will be going to go bad. And many plastic agricultural waste can be converted into biochar, and biochar can be used to remove many contaminants, because biochar has a lot of highly absorption capacity. We have used corn corn, we have used human urine, and we prepared the absorbent to remove the many heavy metals. And this is also published, and antibiotics. We have removed cadmium, arsenic. We have prepared the nanomaterial or the, sorry, this is the bead one that is paracresol and tylosin. They can remove, and the institute is also working there. We have also worked on sewage utilization. We prepared the nanoparticle using sewage sludge, and this to remove arsenic and fluoride together. I presented this. We wanted to write a proposal, so I have a patent on that. The one nanoparticle of two functional group at the two places, and this is published here, and which can remove. These papers were taken by the newspapers and internationally praised. This is the way from the website of a Sri Lankan newspaper. This is from Indian national newspaper. And we also write that we prepare biochar from plastic waste, and we try to use it to antibiotic resistance, to fight against antibiotic resistance. So I think there are technology that is needed for the lab to fill. And so this diagram is because of this, you know, that information technology revolution has happened when this is a centralized technique. One telephone is there, an entire family goes and picks the phone there. But now everybody has the mobile, and this has led to so many explosion of this Instagram and so this kind of the decentralized system is needed for water treatment. And I am just trying to have every hand pump be eligible to clean the water without need of electricity. And also some groundwater can have the permeable reactive barrier. So if I know groundwater is moving from this side to this side, and if I know the pollution is very heavy, I can make a wall, not between the Mexico and USA, but between the polluted water and clean water. And this is the biochar, which is the waste. So if I will throw a plastic bag here, it is a minute. But if I prepare a biochar and that thrown here, it is a boon. It can help to take the contaminants and so on and so forth. We propose that every, highways are a pollution source, because lot of petrol, lot of brake wear, tire wear, and all contains these emerging contaminants. So, and if there is a rain, this goes to the water bodies and the cycle starts. So if there is beside the road, there is a grass and all those, if we put the biochar here, it is going to help the health. And we have connected this with all the SDG 17 that I taught you this morning, that how to remember all these 17. And we should also use traditional ecological knowledge. And I don't know why I bring so many so many slides, but the point is that AI ML also can be used. So there is a traditional ecological knowledge, there is an innovative new technology. They need to be fused through the link of AI, ML, and all these things. You know that earlier, until 2000, there was not many new models of car used to come. But now, even every 3 years, 2 years, there are so many new models. Why? And now, if even the crash of the car will happen, it's very likely you will be saved. Because of the model, they do so many experiments with the computer or AI, ML, and all those things that they know that, okay, the nowadays focus is that no matter car goes like breakdown in pieces, but the passenger in it should be saved. So this is a complete simulation modeling, and those things are happening. So we can do, I think there is a need to, a boom has to come in these technologies. And so carbon neutrality also is a point from the wastewater. Okay, and I think the root zone treatment is a good option. This is, I call it not conclusion, but solution. And there I need that lab to build and all those things are needed, but it needs collaboration. If everybody will work, this is a global problem. You are working here, I am working there. It is, if we have the dealing with the same problem, we should to come together. And these are some funding agency throughout that I showed you the pictures. And these are my team. I think this is in Spanish. So I will leave this, the PDF and those things. These are my postdocs. three postdocs, two PhD scholars that are here in Mexico. And my area of field again in the Spanish is these four areas that I have also told you in the initial slides. Some of my recent work is on plasticities and also the sustainability issues rather than, and also prediction of the contaminants. And this is also we have done, we just published in bisphenol. And these are yesterday we shared in the lab interaction. So thank you very much. And do you find the picture of this place? Oh, this one? No. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Manish. Now we go for question and answer sessions. Any questions? Preguntas?
Yeah. I exactly finished on time. Naveen, learn it. He was like, oh, before that he saw 100 slides. Are you going to use 2 days? Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Manish, for this. I mean, it included almost all parts of, I think so. I'm not an environmental guy, but I can face, I see the problems around. When last time when I was in my hometown, I felt that you're talking, the question that I wanted to ask during when you were talking about the river generated problems. Yeah, rivers take the garbage or sewage to the ocean. But what I think the main problem generates from the households, that the drains that we have in the houses, because I come from northern part of Bengal, and it has enough number of drains which go to the Tista River, and the Tista River is black water now. And the rivers are changing its course of things. So my question is, I feel we as a human being are the problem. And is there any way to, for our awareness? I mean, I was just eating something on the road and I asked, what is the trash can? He said, the person told me just throw it in the drain. So, I mean, I believe the problem lies with our mentality, and can we do something about it as a together?
Yes, I think this is the, I would just give you a simple diagram that is very dear to me. That this is home, or how to say, any small cycle that is there. Actually, there is a bigger cycle. Bigger cycle is that a river, environment, or waste has to be managed, and environment can be managed. This is a larger cycle, right? That I talked about. But what you are trying to tell is that inside that there are many cycles that has to function well to make this cycle to function well.
Right.
So absolutely that you are talking about is a bang on the point. Unless until this home cycle will not work, a decentralized community cycle will not work. We as a human has to can function well only if our liver is working well, kidney is working well, heart is working well, mind is working well, right? So many things will work together, then only I can work nicely.
Right.
Environment is that kind of thing. And river system is also is a larger system, and which needs many small cycles to work together, then only that can go. So yes, I have to start. So yeah, you are right. And I totally agree.
Because, I mean, I just felt that they just don't know it. I mean, I was, after going from...
I supported you so strongly. Tell me next point.
Thank you. That's what I wanted to ask, actually, because one of the rivers, there was a big news in one of the rivers was showing a huge, some kind of froth. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, this is happening. I can understand.
I mean, what exactly is it, Dr. Manish? I don't know about it, so I'm just asking.
No, I mean, you know, that same kind of, you can go to YouTube and you can find same kind of water environment in Japan in 1960s.
Okay.
And they reversed it. They reversed it. So you know that Minamata disease, which is the mercury, because of the high mercury, is discovered in Japan. Minamata is a bay area. Minamata Bay, where it was described, it was found that high mercury can lead to central nervous system problem and so forth. You can even not hold a cup rightly. And so it was so much polluted. Itai disease. Itai is a Japanese word for pain. And it happens because of cadmium contaminants. So then that was also discovered in Japan. So there were so many problems, and the whole entire river is giving the foaming. And so it's a mix of all this organic matter, high biological content, soap content, and those everything, and then it produces to this one. But this condition is a terminal condition, but it can be reversed. They have reversed.
Is it in India because of some industrial influence?
Yeah, there are so many reasons. Like it depends on the places to places. I gave you the program.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Manish.
¿Más preguntas?
Okay.
My question is, in your expertise, what is the best way to work with highly complex water samples, like river samples?
How complex work with river sample and
what is the best way to work with highly complex water samples, like river samples?
yeah. So do you remember that? Okay, I didn't get your question completely. Can you repeat it? No. Yesterday I showed them that if you have some question that you want to think about, you can ask them, and then people will explain their question. Actually, your question is a little broad. It depends on that. So I will tell you some of them. For quality control, if I analyze any organic contaminant, pharmaceuticals or personal care product, after sampling, I must see that there should not be a photodegradation, because UV can break the compound. And there are a lot of things where without a compound, a medicine has happened, but it broken down. And so that medicine is not found, but their babies are found. So you know that these are coming from this medicine. So we take the sample in brown water so that the light can that, and it is saved from the photodegradation. We also do the low temperature. We carry to the lab, and then we do the solid phase extraction as soon as possible, and then we analyze. So that is the precaution for that one. The river sample has a lot of bacterial contamination, so we have to stop any further microbial contamination. So we have to filter it out just at the sample, at the place where we are doing the sampling. And filtration takes a lot of, energy or the pumping, and those things are there. So there are certain set of the qualities control that is there before to handle the sample on the site.
Thank you.
More questions? More preguntas?
No ladies asking questions? Gender equalities, please give me one question. Okay. Yeah, what about the pesticide? Actually, pesticide is my current love because I have a project on the pesticide, and we are trying to, yesterday, like I told you, that it is not feasible to stop using pesticide, because if you will stop using pesticide, our agriculture production is going to reduce 50%, 30%, and that will compromise the food requirement by our the human population. So pesticide will kill us later, but hunger will kill us before. So we have to find some substitution. Naveen is also working. Our project is also, we are going to work on pesticides to find some alternate, find some method to decrease the toxicity, find that it should not require in large quantity, find that only a specific bugs are killed, not beneficial bugs are killed. So these all are related to the pesticide. No question. Give her mic.
What about the heavy metals like arsenic, carbon?
Yeah. So you know that metal is my PhD. So I did my PhD on metal. So I always remember the metal. Metal is our micropollutants, it is very bioaccumulative, and it damages central nervous system of brain also. So, and arsenic and this chromium, these are the problem of many countries where they don't have electricity even. So this is a very big problem, and these metals get into the food chain. Lot of vegetables and grains they take metals. You know that the crops need metal. They are micronutrients like zinc, copper. These are micronutrients. Without that, the growth will be not so optimal. But if they are much, so they can take it. And so the metal problem is a larger problem, and also we have to go through. But only thing is that there are some regulations available for metal. That in the ambient water, in irrigated water, there should not be more than this. Regulation also vary with the country to country. But these emerging contaminants have no regulation, and we don't know that how they behave with each other. If there is this guy also and that guy also, what they are cooking together. So how, if my water has both of them, how it is going to impact me. So metal are well studied, and emerging contaminants are still to be studied. So that's the thing. See how good question you gave me.
More questions?
So we have one question from Zoom. And Marco says, is there a way to quantify the social or cultural effects on contamination? Some cultures tend to be more contaminant than others.
I mean, very interesting question. I mean, they are laughing because I know that when to call the question interesting. I would not say that culture has any issues. It may be that who was the name? Marco may not agree with me, but the point is that I believe that the older culture, although not very fully equipped for pollution, they have at that time pollution was not so high. So they may not have some culture that the things to do, how to remove it. But I know, like Indian culture, if I talk about it, we have Diwali just after rainy season, where we burn so much light, so much not firecracker. This firecracker is now the diya. Diya is light, lamp. So we burn so much lamp, and we clean our house. It is mandatory to clean our house. And so that all the dampness of the rainy season, and in rainy season, in humid country, there is a lot of bugs and flies grows. So we burn so much lamp that they come to the lamp and they die in many things. So this is again a process to clean it. I can give you several examples in the world that is it is designed such a way that naturally it takes care of the natural cycle, seasonal cycle. And I don't want to give a weighing that the Japanese culture is better than Mexican or Indian or Chinese. No, every culture has something good about it and something for environment. We have to find that, make it together, like membrane. Membrane technology is not invented by Indian or I mean, if I say XYZ company, jet country, but if it is a nice process, everybody is using. Similarly, if there is now we have globalization, I can take some good thing of your culture and you can take a good thing from my culture. And that way we can have a very robust system. But I do believe that traditionally we had some system to deal with the pollution. Longer answer, but I hope I gave the answer.
¿Más preguntas?
No, we will talk later. Only one question because Carlos' time is important. Okay, you can, please. Yeah. Tell me. Yeah, so Marco has a point that some culture is more robust to deal with that and some culture may not. No, but I would take it that city comes from village. So I would not bifurcate them so many, but I do believe that if a person who is dwelling in the forest may have more, they know more how to save themselves from mosquito and all those things. So yeah. So that way it is. Yes. Last chance. Black Friday.
My question is regarding the water contamination. Recently, I read some articles regarding this in United States. In a different state, the water contaminated with the lead. Lot of government struggles also happened there because of lead. So I didn't see any slide regarding that. Just one place I saw that lead contamination. But do you think that lead contamination also leads a good change?
Good change.
Means the investigation. We have to investigate more on
Good
lead.
change. No good change.
We need to investigate more on lead.
Lead is one of the very extensively studied metals among the metals. I mean, this is my PhD was on lead, and lead is little bit. It was also found in petrol. Now it is unleaded petrol. Because of those research, now petrol is being supplied to the cities are without lead, because we realize that lead is very, very much dangerous. So I think. So I just want to, I know that as a coordinator, you are asking questions, something which you already know, that the lead is widely studied. It is really important, and there is a very well placed regulations for handling the lead. Okay.
For Manish, and here we have a small one cup for you from our institute.
Okay.
Come and present